This is a video about the brand new Lil Uzi Vert album, Pink Tape. Alright, I listened to this album. Well, this album came out June 30th of 2023, just a couple days ago. And I was on vacation, that's why I'm making this video a little bit later than it would usually be. But I listened to this album the moment it came out. Spotify lied a lot because everybody was trying to listen to this. But once I was finally able to hear it, after waiting 3 years from Eternal Take, which is an amazing album, I think that's Uzi's best album aside from this. First thing, I think the 3-year wait was well worth it. This album is great. Okay, I'm just going to say that first, okay? When I pressed play on this album, I got ready to listen to this for an hour and a half, because this album is longer than If Looks Could Kill. And one of my main problems with If Looks Could Kill was it was really long, and a lot of the songs didn't have any substance enough to keep it at that hour and a half runtime. This album's even longer than If Looks Could Kill. If Looks Could Kill is an hour 23, Pink Tape is an hour 27. This album is obviously better than If Looks Could Kill, but that's not a very hard bar to cross. Now let's get into more details, okay? You press play, Flooded the Face, the intro to the album, is actually insane. That song is great. I don't know what it is. That song perfectly opens the album and sets the tone, everything, okay? Then you go into track 2, Suicide Doors, okay? A lot of people are saying this is basically the stop breathing of the album. You know, it's the hype song. Well, a lot of the songs in here are hype, but this is like probably going to be a really big song that's, you know, like stop breathing in that sense. And then you go into track 3 and you hear A featuring Travis Scott, right? I was walking around outside when I listened to this album when it first came out. First of all, when I heard the Benny X beat, I just freaked out. I started spazzing. I love Benny X's production. I think he's going to be a highlight of the next 10 years. And what he did on this album is no exception. When Travis's verse came on and he started screaming at you with his auto-tune voice, the wind just started hitting my face. It was so perfect. This is the best song on the album, in my opinion, okay? Nothing else is better on here, okay? Then you go track 4, Crush 'Em, okay? This song is amazing. This song is a vibe, okay? And then when the beat switches up halfway through, it's amazing. I mean, I have no words, to be honest, okay? Amped, this is one of the songs in the trailer for the album. And I mean, there's nothing to say except for this album, there's nothing else to say except for that this song is great, okay? I mean, it's just great. There's nothing, I don't know what to say, okay? And then you have track 6, X2. Okay, X2, it's got like some summer vibes to it. And he starts screaming in the middle. And I was like, is this Cardi? No, it's not Cardi. Cardi isn't featured on here, technically. Died and Came Back. A great beat. Great Uzi flow, okay? And then I love the part in the middle where he's like, had Montclair since Love is Rage 2. The first Love is Rage, it was Canadian Goose. That song is actually just amazing. Same thing with Spin Again. And he uses the little zombie groan thing that people were kind of annoyed. This song came on, I started kind of like it. I mean, it's kind of fire. And then That Fire, okay? Now, I think these first 10 songs is practically perfect. There's nothing wrong with a lot of them. But That Fire is kind of, okay. But I do really like this song, though. It's so good. And then track 10, I Gotta. The beat is great. Uzi's flow is great. Uzi's voice is great. I can't get enough of Uzi on this album, okay? Except for track 11, Endless Fashion featuring Nicki Minaj. So, right off the bat, I'm not that big of a Nicki fan. Okay, I like her verse on Monster, sure. I couldn't name 5 Nicki songs if I wanted to. This only adds fuel to that because I really don't like this song. I think it's pretty mediocre. As you can see, I didn't like it because I'm not going to listen to this ever. I don't like it. I really don't like the whole interpolation of the I'm Blue song. Really just not that interesting to me. And then track 12, Mama I'm Sorry. A little bit better than Endless Fashion, but I just didn't like it that much. I liked it on Spotify because I think it's quality. I listened to it. But it's not the same as, you know, I mean, the vibe starts switching up a little bit here. But it's still the same album. Track 13, All Alone, it's just alright. And at this point, I thought the album was going to start, like, getting just bad. I got kind of scared because I'm like, we waited 3 years for half an album. I don't know, like, that's kind of not what I wanted, you know? But then track 14, Nakamura, okay, here we go. This song is awesome. I mean, it's this album, when there were leaks and snippets, there was a lot of like punk rock songs, it sounded like, and this is kind of like peering into that, and it's got this little guitar at the start. I really like this song, and when he starts singing, it sounds like the song from that movie Home when the main character like finds her mom. can't find that song anywhere, but it sounds like that. I mean, I love this strange beat. Everything about this song, great. One of my probably top 3 on this album. Track 15, Just Wanna Rock. It's Just Wanna Rock. I don't think I really have to say anything. He released that in last November, I think. I mean, great song. I understand why it was a hit. Now track 16, Fire Alarm. This song is fire. I don't know what drugs he put in this song to make me love it so much. But the beat, I don't know what he's saying, but his flow, his cadence, his voice, absolutely insane. If he ever performs this song, people are going to die. He's gonna make Astro World 2021 look like a kiddie's pool party. I'm just saying. Now, CS, track 17, when I first saw the title, I was very confused. And then I heard the first part, and I was even more confused. And then after I listened to it, I was very confused. Because this is a remix of Chop Suey by System of a Down. So it's the same instrumental, and Uzi just sings most of the lyrics of Chop Suey, but he's Uzi. First of all, I'm confused how he was allowed to, like, did he talk to System of a Down and ask them? And then how did he get the instrumental to this song? Like, it's so confusing. And also, it's just not that good. I mean, it's not Uzi's song, and he's trying to do it. So, just kind of messed with me because I don't like it that much. But track 18, Werewolf, kind of redeems it because Werewolf, featuring Bring Me the Horizon, a rock band from the 2000s or so, right? Yeah, mid 2000s up to 2010s. And they kill this song. I mean, a lot of people are saying this is really Bring Me the Horizon featuring Uzi, and I pretty much agree because they all did their thing on this song. I love this song. It's probably something my mom would like. I'm gonna show it to her actually, but I mean, this is great. I mean, awesome song. Track 19, Pluto to Mars. It's good. It's just not anything special. When I heard this, I was kind of thinking this is probably recorded right after Eternal Take or that era because it sounds like that. It doesn't sound like something groundbreaking or new in my opinion. Now, Patience featuring Don Toliver is awesome. This song is amazing. This song is great. I love this song. I mean, take our time, Uzi. Oh my god, this song is actually crazy. And when the album first came out at midnight, if you went on YouTube, this song, it was called Patience featuring Don Toliver, but it was actually a Playboi Carti song featuring Uzi. But then they changed it. That was probably meant to be on the album, but then people were saying Carti pulled out last second. It kind of messed things up, so that's weird. You'll probably find that if you look up Patience, Playboi Carti. Days Come and Go. This song is very cool. I mean, it's just, a very cool song. Now the penultimate track, Rehab. This is really cool because it's a personal side of Uzi we never see. He's talking about, you know, his mental health and stuff he's had to go through. I didn't know Uzi was in rehab. That's a shock to me. But I like that. You know, if we see more Uzi like that, I wouldn't complain. But funny thing about this song, it reminds me of Inglorious by Tyler the Creator. I don't know why. I'm just gonna play him.
Well, Tyler, it's about that time.
Maybe you hear it, maybe you don't. But yeah, Rehab, good song. Now, The End featuring Baby Metal. This is The End, and I really like this song. People are saying it's bad. I don't know why. I've never heard of Baby Metal before. They're some Japanese group, I believe. Something like that. They did good on this song. I like this song. I don't know why. Once again, they put something in this song that makes... This song is great. Now, just this whole album, it's worth the wait for 3 years, in my opinion. Is it better than Eternal Take? I'm not sure. Because Eternal Take has almost no misses. Urgency featuring Sid is horrible. I hate that song. Every other song here is great. So I give this album a 9 out of 10. Because there's only one song on here that I'm like, nah, right? Every other song on here I pretty much have on repeat. Pretty much every song. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. Pretty much every song on here I'm going to have on repeat. Except for about 3 or 4. So in that regard, I would say it's not as good as Eternal Take. But just the quality everything was pretty good. So I'm gonna say this is like a really high 8. It's almost as good as Eternal Take. It's just, I don't know what it is. I can't say it's better than Eternal Take. I don't know why. It's just not there for me. Just a couple of these songs, just, and it kind of hurts to say that because apparently there was over 800 songs for this album that they had to like sift through, and the fact he couldn't just have chosen, he probably chose the ones he liked the most. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody. So it's just some of them just aren't for me, apparently, which is perfectly fine. Music is completely subjective. That's what I have to say about this album. Now, there is a rumor that if this album reaches #1 on the Billboard, he's going to drop Love is Rage 3. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not getting my hopes up on that at all. That's it for the review. Up next on this channel is going to be the Indiana Jones 5 review. And then if Drake drops his new album, I'll do a review on that. If Ken Carson drops an album, he said he is, I'm going to do a review on that. Travis drops Utopia July 21st. I'm going to do a review on that. I'm going to go see Oppenheimer. I'm not going to see Barbie. I'm sorry. That's pretty much it. Yeah.